Fire teams, report to defensive positions Alpha through Sierra. Sensors show inbound Covenant boarding craft. Stand by to repel boarders. Alert, all hands. Boarding parties on port decks 4, 7, and 12. Baker team, move to engage. Warning, Covenant incursions on port decks 3 and 9. Alpha team, engage enemy boarders. Enemy boarding parties on starboard decks 8 through 10. Echo team, intercept Covenant forces. Covenant boarding craft detected on port decks 4, 5, 7, 8, and 11. All available combat teams respond. Baker team reports Covenant forces engaged on port deck 7. Security teams move to assist. Warning, Covenant boarders on starboard decks 4 and 6. Sierra team reports heavy resistance. Security teams assist. Alert, Alpha and Charlie teams report heavy fighting on port decks 5 through 9. Foxtrot team move to starboard decks 8 and 10 and stand by. Reserve combat teams tango through X-ray to port decks 5 and 6 on the double. Reserve combat teams Oscar and Romeo to port decks 9 through 11. Enemy boarding parties on starboard decks 8 through 10. Echo team, intercept Covenant forces.
Don't keep it loaded, son. You'll have to find ammo as you go.
Fall back to secondary defensive position.
We need to get going, Chief. We need to get off the ship before it's completely overrun by Covenant. What the hell are you doing?
Security to the bridge. The Master Chief has gone rampant. Take him down, boys.
Those Marines could use some help, Chief. Do what you do best. They're using our lifeboat airlocks to attach their boarding craft. We go out and they come in. Clever bastards.
Get the lead out, Marine!
Covenant, on the landing above us. The life pods are launching. We should hurry. The Covenant are destroying the life pods. They really don't want us on that ring. Warning, blast doors closing. We have to use the ship's maintenance access ways. Follow the nav point. It will lead you to an opening. I'm detecting Covenant movement outside the access ways. Activating motion tracker. Let's find a safe exit. We're too close. We need to find another route. They're right on top of us. Let's find another way through. Motion tracker shows all clear. Wait. We need to get through that door, but it's been damaged by an explosion. Analyzing. The door's control mechanism is offline, but it's taken a lot of damage. You should be able to bash it open with the butt of your weapon. Keep your head down! There's two of us in here now, remember? It looks like the Covenant wanted to catch you napping. The damage to the superstructure is extensive. I don't know how much more abuse the Autumn can take. There's one last lifeboat. Quickly, get aboard before it launches! Chief? Chief, can you hear me? At last! Are you all right? Can you move? The others, the impact. There's nothing we can do. Warning. I've detected multiple Covenant dropships on approach. I recommend moving into those hills. If we're lucky, the Covenant will believe that everyone aboard this lifeboat died in the crash. Alert! Covenant dropship inbound. They must be looking for survivors. I recommend immediate evasion. Alert! Covenant dropship has detected us. Here they come. I'm reading thousands of types of flora. The ring's ecosystem is incredibly sophisticated. I'm reading a lifeboat beacon over the next hill. We should check to see if there are any survivors.
Back, but until you showed up, I thought we were cooked.
Don't worry, Sergeant. We'll stay here until evac arrives.
Dropship heading in. Over here.
Where are you going? That lifeboat's beacon is our only chance of getting reunited with the rest of the crew. We have to stay with it. We couldn't save them. I recommend that we stay near the beacon and wait for extraction.
Any UNSC personnel respond.
Roger, Echo 419. This is Fire Team Charlie. We read you. Is that you, Fohammer?
Roger, Fire Team Charlie. Good to hear from you.
Fohammer, we need transportation to the command shuttle.
I'm on my way.
Look, more lifeboats. They're coming in fast. If those lifeboats make it down, the Covenant are going to be right on top of them.
Fohammer, we need you to disengage your Warthog. The Master Chief and I are going to see if we can save some soldiers.
Roger, Cortana. Give them hell.
Roger, Fohammer. Stand by to evac survivors and transport them to safety. The Master Chief and I need some backup. Can you spare a few men?
Sure, Cortana. All right, ladies. Volunteers step up on the double. The rest of you get to the dropship.
Sure thing.
We need that Warthog if we want to get to the other lifeboats in time. This cave is not a natural formation. Someone built it, so it must lead somewhere. Survivors will probably stick close to their emergency beacons. We need to find where the lifeboats landed. I've hacked into the Covenant battle network. They're actually broadcasting tactical data on unencrypted channels. We should show them who they're dealing with. Master Chief, I'm going to use your suit's transcom system to monitor their chatter. There must be some mechanism to cross this chasm. Look for a control panel or switch. There's new traffic on the Covenant battle network. A lot more crew made it off the Autumn than I had predicted. The captain really gave them hell. If we can find Captain Keyes and the other survivors, we have a chance to coordinate an effective resistance. Lifeboat detected. No sign of survivors.
Man, what a mess. The weapons lockers must have broken open. There's weapons and supplies all over the place. Where's the bodies, though?
Maybe they took cover in that structure. Let's check it out. We should search the interior of those structures before we leave.
I've called for an evac.
Roger that. Marines! Assemble for evac! Pronto!
We should secure the area before the dropship arrives.
Echo 419 to Cortana. Come in.
We read you, Echo 419. We have survivors and need immediate dust-off.
Roger, Cortana. On my way. And another near the head of the river. Hard to see from my altitude, but it looks like there are more survivors.
Acknowledged. We're on our way.
We didn't rescue any of the Marines. 100% casualties.
Cortana to Echo 419. Fohammer, relay the evac order. We weren't able to save any Marines from that lifeboat.
We need to find the other two lifeboats. Survivors detected. Marines are concealed in those rocks. What are you doing? We have to stay with the Marines. They're all dead. We didn't save them.
Cortana to Echo 419. Fohammer, stand by. We weren't able to rescue anyone here. We'll call in when we need you.
Echo 419 to Cortana. Fohammer's on station and ready for another pickup.
Affirmative, Fohammer. We're ready for dust-off. Approach when ready. We're going to look for the last lifeboat, Echo 419. Good luck.
Warning. I've picked up reports that the Covenant has located and secured the Pillar of Autumn's crash site. The good news is the captain is still alive. The bad news is that the Covenant have captured the entire surviving command crew. Let's hurry and find the final lifeboat so we can link up with the rest of the survivors. There are some Marines hiding in the hills above the structure.
We're in a bad way. We've got wounded here.
I'll call in a dropship to pick them up. Stop. We need to stay here with the Marines until evac arrives. No survivors, Master Chief.
Cortana to Echo 419. Stay on station, Fohammer. We have no survivors for pickup. That's the last of them.
Roger that. I'm on my way.
New traffic on the Covenant BattleNet. I found Captain Keyes. He's being held on a Covenant cruiser, the Truth and Reconciliation, a ship I disabled before we abandoned the Autumn. The Truth and Reconciliation touched down on a desert plateau roughly 300 kilometers upspin. There's our ride. Get aboard and let's get out of here. Once we get inside the ship, I should be able to lock on to the tracking signal from Captain Keyes' neural implants.
Hit 'em, Marines! Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us by the hour!
Stick to the higher ground to the right. We should be able to recon the Covenant position without being spotted. I've detected Covenant stationary guns near the next pass. I recommend using your sniper rifle to take out the gunners while I call for Marine support.
Get ready to move in to support us, Sergeant. The Master Chief is going to covertly take out as many of the Covenant as he can. Don't open fire until you hear the enemy return fire on us. That should let us keep the element of surprise.
Alert! A Covenant is making a run for that stationary gun. Take him out!
Tag out!
Nailed it!
Hey, we did it! We're right behind you, Chief!
Stop. Motion tracker shows movement around the next bend.
We'll be ready to advance as soon as you call for us, Cortana.
Covenant forces detected up ahead. The path up on the left should let us sneak up around them. Cortana to Fire Team Charlie. Move up on the left. You should be able to flank the enemy.
Roger that.
Cover fire!
Cortana to Echo 419. Requesting reinforcements at our position.
Roger, Cortana. Echo 419 on approach.
Cortana to Fire Team Charlie. The Chief has the left flank covered. Recommend you move up the middle. Alert! Covenant dropships are inbound.
Taking heavy fire!
Eat it!
We're directly under the ship now.
Does anybody see him?
All right, are we bad or what? If we're gonna board that thing, we need a plan.
The Covenant move troops and supplies between the ship and the surface. We need to ambush them at the grav lift's loading zone and use the lift to enter the ship.
Right on.
Alert! Covenant dropships are inbound.
Man, it's always something.
Cortana to Echo 419. We've reached the gravity lift and are ready for reinforcements.
Copy that, Cortana. Hold tight, gentlemen. Bowhammer out.
Once we're inside the ship, I can home in on the captain's command neural interface. They'll probably be in or near the ship's brig, which should narrow our search.
Echo 419 inbound. Clear the drop zone.
We're in. I've got a good lock on the captain's CNI transponder. No Covenant defenses detected.
What? There's no Covenant here. I think maybe nobody's home.
We could use the side passages to find a way around.
Door's locked, sir. No way through.
We could use the side passages to find a way around.
We'd be sitting ducks in that narrow space. We can hold this position if you can find a way around and open the door from the other side, Chief.
Chief, let's see if we can find a way to open this door. Wait, that's the locked door down there. The Marines are waiting on the other side. The controls to open it must be somewhere in this room.
You can't hide from me! I'm on it! Watch it! You alright?
All clear,
Get
sir.
clear!
We should get moving.
All right, everybody stay cool. Yell if you see anything.
Cortana to Echo 419. Requesting reinforcements at our position.
Bowhammer here, Cortana. I read you, but you're inside the Covenant ship. I'm not sure I can...
Lock onto my signal and approach fast and low. There's a shuttle bay on the ship's starboard side.
Roger, Cortana. Echo 419 on approach.
Hey, which way should we go now? All the doors on this level are locked.
Wait a moment. I'm going to access the Covenant BattleNet and locate an override code to open a door.
You better hurry, Cortana. We can't hold them off all day.
Working on it.
I'd like to see you crack 100,000-bit modulating encryption.
Got it. The door is open. Everyone should move through now. I can't guarantee that it won't lock again when it closes. Wait a moment. I'm going to access the Covenant BattleNet and locate an override code to open a door. Working on it.
I'd like to see you crack 128,000-bit modulating encryption key. I'm going to call for reinforcements. There's no sense going in with anything less than full strength.
Cortana to Foehammer. We need additional support troops. We're going to open the shuttle bay door again, move in, and drop off reserve troops on my signal.
I copy, Cortana. Echo 419 standing by for your signal.
Cortana to Echo 419. The shuttle bay door is open. You can start your approach.
Roger. Echo 419 inbound.
Look, Mach 5.
All right, let's go!
This looks like the ship's command center. The captain's transponder signal is strong. We must be close. We must be in the brig. These look like holding cells. There are probably multiple detention stations. The captain must be in one of them. We need to keep looking for him. We should head back to the shuttle bay and call for evac.
What the hell?
No! Without the captain, the Covenant have all... We made it.
Cortana to Echo 419. We have the captain and need extraction on the double.
Negative, Cortana. I've been engaged by Covenant air patrols, and I'm having a tough time shaking them. You'll be better off finding your own ride. Sorry.
Acknowledged, Foehammer. Cortana out.
Air support is cut off, Captain. We need to hold here until she can move in.
Oh man, we're trapped in here! We're screwed! We're screwed, man!
Stow the belly aching, soldier. Remember, you're a leatherneck. Cortana, if you and the Chief can get us into one of those Covenant dropships, I can fly us out of here.
Yes, Captain. There's a Covenant dropship still docked.
The Covenant believe that what they call the silent cartographer is somewhere under this island. The cartographer is a map room that will lead us to Halo's control center. The island has multiple structures and installations. One of them contains the map room.
We're approaching the LZ!
Okay, let's move out. Let's go find the map room that will show us the location of Halo's control center. There, in the cliff wall. I'll bet the silent cartographer is somewhere inside that facility. They're already inside. We have to get in there and stop them before they learn the location of the control center. The Covenant are putting up a real fight. The cartographer must be here. My analysis indicates that the map room should be at the bottom floor of this facility. Let's keep going inside. Don't let them lock the doors. Interesting. I underestimated the Covenant's understanding of Halo's subsystems. They've locked the doors, and we don't have enough firepower to get through them.
Cortana to Keys.
Go ahead, Cortana. Have you found the control center?
Negative, Captain. The Covenant have impeded our progress. We can't proceed unless we can disable this installation's security system.
Good luck, people. Keys out.
We need to find the security override to get this door open. It looks like there is a path into the interior of the island. Use the holo panel to shut down the security system. Good. That should open the door that leads into the main shaft.
Mayday! Mayday! Dropship Bravo 22 taking enemy fire! Repeat, we are under heavy fire and are losing altitude!
Understood. We're on our way.
Chief, Bravo 22 was bringing us some heavy weapons. After I saw we were up against hunters, I thought you could use them. Let's move down the beach. Keep an eye out for any cargo we can salvage.
Let's set the table. Engage enemy forces on site.
It'll be easier to hold them off from inside the structure. Can you get inside?
Negative! They're closing in too fast! Negative! Chief, you gotta find the cartographer. We'll keep him busy as long as we can.
Give him hell, Marine.
We'll be in a tight spot if we don't get out of here before additional reinforcements arrive. Let's find that map. There. That holo panel should activate the map. Interesting. A shrine is an unlikely place to put such a significant installation.
Cortana to Captain Keyes.
The captain has dropped out of contact, Cortana. His ship may be out of range or having equipment problems.
Keep trying. Let me know when you've re-established contact, and then tell him that the Master Chief and I have determined the location of the control center. We'll be heading there as soon as we're topside. Cortana to Echo 419. The Chief and I are topside, requesting pickup.
Roger, on my way.
This isn't the map room. Analyzing. This is a security override station for the main facility, located somewhere else on this island. Shut the system down so the Covenant won't be able to lock us out. We should now have access to the main facility. Let's find the map room.
This is as far as I can go.
Roger that. We'll be able to find our way to the control center from here.
Good luck. Bullhammer out.
The Covenant presence here is stronger than I anticipated. They seem to have the entire region secured. Interesting. The weather patterns here seem natural, not artificial. I wonder if the ring's environment systems are malfunctioning, or if the designers wanted the installation to have inclement weather.
This is Fireteam Zulu requesting immediate assistance from any UNSC forces. Does anyone copy? Over.
I didn't think there were any human forces left on this part of the ring.
Cortana to Fireteam Zulu. I read you. Fireteam Zulu, this is Cortana. Hold position. We're on our way.
Roger that. Make it quick.
Get the hell out of here, man! Somebody call the dropship!
You store that garbage right now, mister. You're a Marine, so act like it, damn it. We've got a job to do.
Negative, team. No evac available at this time. But the Chief and I could use some assistance.
Okay, Marines. Time to pay back.
Contact! Contact! Covenant mortar tanks are moving in.
The Covenant placed their tanks to defend the entrance to the tunnel. I thought the Covenant had eliminated all the Marine forces in this area.
Like that.
The Covenant dug in up there in those rocks, Chief. We're totally hemmed in.
We need to get up this ridge.
Marines, hold your positions. We'll handle those guns.
Master Chief, we should scale the ridge and get below those stationary guns.
Affirmative, holding position. Keep it up! Look at them fly!
Cortana to Fireteam Zulu. I've sent a distress call tagged with your current position. Hold your position and await evac. The Master Chief and I are going to continue on ahead.
Resistance appears to be increasing. We must be close to the control center. Analyzing. This must be the control room. Subtle. The entrance to the control center is at the top of that pyramid structure. Bring me up there and I should be able to get us inside. The entrance to the control center is located at the top of the pyramid. Let's get up there. We should commandeer one of those ghosts. We're going to need the firepower. Scanning. Covenant forces in the vicinity have been eliminated. Let's move on to Halo's control center. Look out! We can't let the monitor activate Halo. We have to stop him. We have to destroy Halo. According to my analysis of the available data, I believe the best course of action is somewhat risky. An explosion of sufficient size will help destabilize the ring, and will cut through a number of primary systems. We need to trigger a detonation on a large scale, however. A starship's fusion reactors going critical would do the job. I'm going to search what's left of the Covenant battlement and see if I can locate the Pillar of Autumn's crash site. If the ship's fusion reactors are still relatively intact, we can use them to destroy Halo.
Here it goes!
haven't located the crash site yet, but we need to buy some time, in case the Monitor or his Sentinels find a way to activate Halo's final weapon without the Index. The machinery in these canyons are Halo's primary firing mechanisms. They consist of 3 phase pulse generators that amplify Halo's signal and allow it to fire deep into space. The power levels are enormous. I can't even begin to calculate the pulse's range. So, if we damage or destroy these generators, the Monitor will need to repair them before Halo can be used. That should buy us some time. I'm marking the location of the nearest pulse generator with a nav point. We need to move in and neutralize the device. Wait, we should commandeer one of those Banshees. We'll need it to reach the pulse generator in time. Good. Let's get moving. The nav point marks our target. That's the pulse generator. The center core is the signal amplifier. That's what we need to shut down. We need to interrupt the pulse generator's energy stream. I've adjusted your shield system so that it will deliver an EMP burst to disrupt the generator, but you'll need to walk into the beam to trigger it. The EMP blast should neutralize the generator, but it will also drain your shields and leave you vulnerable until they recharge. The second pulse generator is located in the adjacent canyon. Move out and I'll mark the target with a nav point when we get closer. Head through that door. That's the way to the next canyon. Okay, let's take care of the next pulse generator. Wait, we haven't destroyed the pulse generator yet. Find a Banshee and fly to the location marked by the nav point. That did it. The pulse generator overloaded. One more to go. I've located the Pillar of Autumn. She put down 1,200 kilometers upspin. Energy readings show her fusion reactors are still powered up. The systems on the Pillar of Autumn have failsafes even I can't override without authorization from the captain. We'll need to find him, or his neural implants, to start the fusion core detonation. One target remaining. Let's take care of the final pulse generator. That tunnel leads to the next section of canyon. The final pulse generator we need to destroy is through there. Final target neutralized. Let's get out of here. Captain? Captain? I've lost him. Analyzing damage. This hole was caused by some kind of explosive. Very powerful if it tore through the ship's hull. All I detect down there are pools of coolant. We should continue our search somewhere else. Warning, threat level increasing. That jump into the coolant is looking better all the time, Chief. Trust me, it's deep enough to cushion our fall. We need to jump now! Let's get out of here and find another way back aboard the ship. We should head this way, towards the ship's gravity lift. The crash did more damage than I suspected. Analyzing. Coolant leakage rate is significant. The ship's reactor should already have gone critical. Power source detected. There's the gravity lift. It's still operational. That's our way back in. We should be able to get into the ship's control room from here. The Covenant BattleNet is a mess. I can't access the ship's schematics. My records indicate that a shuttle bay should be here. Look, in the corners. The Flood are gathering bodies here. Looks like another shuttle bay. We should be able to reach the control room from the 3rd level.
I gave you an order, soldier. Now pull out!
He's delirious! In pain! We have to find him! The control room should be this way. The captain! His vitals are fading! Please, Chief, hurry! We need to get back to the Pillar of Autumn. Let's go back to the shuttle bay and find a ride. Perfect. Grab one of the escort banshees and we'll use it to return to the Pillar of Autumn. We need to get to the bridge. From there, we can use the captain's neural implants to initiate an overload of the ship's fusion engines. The explosion should damage enough systems below it to destroy the ring. The bridge. We made it. Let's get to work. I need you to upload me into the control systems. The terminal is located next to the main view screen. The ship was heavily damaged when it crashed. Head to the cryo chamber. We should be able to get to the engine room through there. Engine room located. We're here. Alert! The monitor has disabled all command access. We can't restart the countdown. The only remaining option is to detonate the ship's fusion reactors. That should do enough damage to destroy Halo. Don't worry, I have access to all of the reactor schematics and procedures. I'll walk you through it. First, we need to pull back the exhaust couplings. That will expose a shaft that leads to the primary fusion drive core. Good! Step 1 complete. We have a straight shot into the fusion reactor. We need a catalyst explosion to destabilize the magnetic containment field surrounding the fusion cells. Use an explosive. I recommend a grenade or rocket. If you run out of explosives, there is an armory station located near the engine room's entrance. Analyzing. Fusion reactor number 1 destabilizing. Use explosives on the other 3 reactors. That should be enough to trigger a wildcat explosion of the engines. Keep it up. Only one more fusion reactor to go. That did it! The engine's gone critical. Based on the current rate of decay, we should have 15 minutes to get off the ship. We don't have much time. We should move outside and signal for evac. Accessing schematics. There's a service lift at the top of the engine room. It leads to a Class 7 service corridor that runs along the ship's dorsal structure. Hurry!
Cortana to Echo 419. Come in, Echo 419.
Roger, Cortana. I read you 555.
The Pillar of Autumn's engines are going critical, Fohammer. Request immediate extraction. Approach the crash site and be ready to pick us up at External Access Junction 4C as soon as you get my signal.
Affirmative. Echo 419 going on station. Echo 419 to Cortana. Things are getting noisy down there. Everything okay?
Negative. We have a wildcat destabilization of the must have sustained more damage than we thought.
Analyzing. We have 6 minutes before the fusion drives detonate. We need to evac now! Activating final countdown timer. When it reaches 0, the engines will detonate. The explosion will generate a temperature of almost 100 million degrees. Don't be here when it blows.
The engines must have sustained more damage than we thought.
Analyzing. We have 5 minutes before the fusion drives detonate. We need to evac now! We can't make it on foot. We need a vehicle. Alert. We need to keep moving. Get back in the Warthog. Wait, stop. This is where Fohammer is coming to pick us up. Hold position here.
Cortana to Echo 419. 2 Covenant Banshees are approaching on your 6. Evade. Say again, evade.
I'm hit! Mayday! Mayday! Airport under the surface!
Echo 419! She's gone. Calculating alternate escape route. Ship's inventory shows 1 longsword fighter is still docked in Launch Bay 7. If we move now, we can make it. Up ahead, there's a gap in the trench. At top speed, we should be able to clear it. That's the ship! Move! We need to get aboard now!
The dual wielders.